Happy Halloween and welcome to the Franklin Park Public Library. I'm Miss Laura and today we're going to be making foam jack-o'-lanterns. So for making our foam jack-o'-lanterns, you're going to need scissors, maybe a pencil, and you definitely need a glue stick. And you will be decorating a foam pumpkin that comes with your kit. You've been given you have paper to do it with. So basically, what you can do is cut out shapes and glue them on your pumpkin to make like kind of a face. Here's another example, which is your typical emoji. So we have some examples that are just kind of pulled off the internet. And these are created either with paper or some of them are painted on, I think. So with these two examples, what I'm going to do is just kind of combine these. So I'll make maybe kind of a monster, kind of a winking monster emoji. So kind of making up an emoji that's on this. So let's get started. First of all is let's go ahead and see what kind of paper we have. So we have some different colors, black and white, definitely be used for the eyes, and some different colors in here. Okay. So for making kind of what I'll do is I'll make an emoji winking and then kind of make parts of it look like this monster, which has polka dots and a big smile with one tooth. Kind of combine these two into one. Basically, you can do whatever it is. You can make up your own face. Sometimes it's helpful to look at other examples, but you can make whatever you want essentially. So we will first start by making a big eye. So kind of go ahead and go around a few times, draw a circle, and cut that out. So if there's any markings, that's okay, because this can always just be on the back, on the part that you glue. Once I have a circle, I kind of like to kind of go around it again and smooth out the edges. And I'll go ahead, I'll make a smaller circle for the inside part of the eyeball, the pupil, the black part. You cut it out. If it, you can kind of go trim around it and round it out a little bit. So when there's ever any pencil markings, that's always a good place to put the glue on because you know that that part won't be seen. And turn this over. This will be the large eye. And I'll basically just, I'm going to glue this right onto the pumpkin. So find an area, and what I'm going to do is actually put like kind of a good amount of the glue stick, and this does stick very well actually to the foam pumpkin. And find a spot on the pumpkin where not where one of the creases, because the glue will have trouble finding its way in there. So maybe this area which is a ridge, and just press that on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is actually a really big eye. And then to make the wink is kind of just a curved line. So I'll go ahead and I'll draw with the pencil kind of the shape that I'm going to make that out of. Almost kind of like an eyebrow. Curved line, and now that's the winking part. I'll cut that out. Cut that out. And I'll go ahead and smooth it out with the scissors. And let's see, I'll go ahead and check where I want this to go. Maybe about right there. Maybe I want to kind of curve this in a little bit more. And the same thing, putting the glue where if there's any pencil marks, kind of the back, and kind of giving a good amount of this glue stick on it. Maybe going over it a couple of times. And then carefully pressing this on so that it's going to kind of go over the ridges and then like that. It's really easy to glue this paper onto this foam. So then you have a wink and one eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this mouth from the monster. A big happy smile. So I'll go ahead and use my pencil and draw. I'll draw a big smile. And that might actually be a little bit too big, maybe smaller. And it had kind of dots on the end. And then I'll cut that out. Sometimes I like to kind of cut the paper out and then make it easier for me to get to these inside parts. We have the smile. Smile will go right here. And maybe I'll give this one some different teeth. Maybe I'll just go ahead and cut out kind of maybe 3 pointy teeth coming up from the bottom, some different teeth. So this will be like that. So I'll glue this on. There's some pencil marks here, so I know that's a good place to put my glue. And I'll put the teeth onto that. And this is going to be the part that will be glued, the back of the smile that will be glued onto the pumpkin. So I'll hide it that way. I'll put, again, kind of carefully give this a good amount of the glue stick. And build it up. Make sure there's kind of a lot on there. And then glue that onto the front. There we go. And actually, this glue is still wet. I'm going to move the eye up a little bit. So before the glue is dry, it's actually easy to kind of, it'll stick on, but it's actually easy to adjust this and move it around. So there we have a big this is kind of a monster emoji. So it's got a great start. And then, so I'm going to make the polka dots around it, and I think I'm going to use I think I'm going to use this green for it. So maybe this paper I could use for another project or something else. Or if you have different colored paper at home, you can always use your different colors at home. And for these circles, I could go ahead and draw a bunch of different sizes of circles, big ones, little ones, tiny ones, draw them, or I could go ahead and just cut some out, whatever works best for you. So then you want to cut out a lot of differently sized circles. And you can cut out like a whole lot, even from this kind of small piece of paper. And just get them ready to put onto the pumpkin. I think I'll do green and purple, so I'll actually do some purple ones as well. So this one will have multicolored polka dots on it, which I think will be cool. Draw a bunch of circles, get myself started out. Okay, after cutting out a bunch of polka dots, it looks like I have 26. I'm going to start gluing them on over the pumpkin. So I'll put the glue, once again, I'll put the glue on the side that has pencil marks. And what I like to do is I like to start with the larger ones and put the larger ones on first. And then kind of then fill in the spaces with smaller ones after you kind of put over a bunch of, oops, we need to do that. Put that here. This is so then I'll kind of glue these randomly all around. So if you have things at home like glitter, you could basically decorate these pumpkins with anything. So colored paper, if you have glitter or beads, you could put those on it. You can paint them if you have paint at home. I found certain markers work on it, Sharpie markers, but it seems to work better to just use brightly colored paper to decorate it with. And then maybe green one here. It seems I have a couple of extra polka dots, so it seems like 24 was actually a good amount. So here we have kind of the combined, we had an emoji one pumpkin and kind of a monster pumpkin, a one-eyed monster pumpkin, and this is the combined. So once again, you can look at your examples and you can make one up using your colored paper, scissors, pencil, and a glue stick. So I hope you have fun creating your decorated foam pumpkin. Thank you for watching.